All right, here we go. My New Year's uh, video. Right, I said I was going to go live at 11 o'clock. It's 11:02, and then so I had to close out some stuff on my computer. But here I am. Awesome. So some of you guys don't have anybody to hang out on New Year's, but now you do. You can hang out with me. If you're at home all day going like, oh, I don't have any New Year's Eve friends, but guess what? For the next hour, yes, you have me. And then so we'll see. We'll see who comes on and who doesn't, right? So what is it? What is it? Perfect. Okay, so I am going to go to my couch and then do it from there, right? So here we go. Yes. All right, we have a couple people on, and I'm super happy. So if you are here, chances are you are not somewhere out there doing the whole New Year's Eve thing, right? And then so this is one of the ones where it's like, yeah, it's pretty significant. I'm not a big New Year's Eve guy, and some of you guys know that. But what is it? But I'm pretty big on significant days. So technically, yes, it is a significant day because it is the last day of a decade. We're gonna party like it's 2019. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my gosh, it's been 20 years since 1999 was like a significant thing, right? So that song was like popular like in like the 80s, and then they go, "Oh wow, can't imagine when it's 1999." Now it's, can you imagine when it's 2019, right? So 2020 vision is something I wish I had, right? With my contact lenses, I'm usually pretty good about that stuff. And so, yeah, today I had a really relaxing day. And see, not to be like a party poop or anything, but I'm not really big on the whole New Year's Eve stuff. New Year's Day, it like ranks right above Halloween for like my least favorite holiday because I'm not really into the whole like starting over. I mean, yeah, okay. Starting over is great. Hitting the reset button, great, awesome, right? But what happens is some people just want to wait for that specific date instead of saying like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wait till January 1st. No, I think people should start like immediately. Like if you go, you know what? I'm gonna do this. All right, let's do it. That glare in my glasses is gonna kill me right there, but it's gonna be okay. I mean, how about if I go like this, right? Um, what is it? Yeah, so some people they want to do like the whole reflecting on how their last year went, or now in this case how the decade. I can imagine like, when it's 1999, it's like, oh, we're gonna reflect on our whole 100 years life, whatever. Okay, granted, a lot of things are different from 2000 and now. A lot of things are different from 2010 and now. And then so, actually it's been a pretty awesome decade, right? So, the whole Big Daddy Shin thing, that wasn't there. It was, I started Big Daddy Shin in 2015, or the channel in 2015. But what a lot of people don't know is I do have this YouTube channel that I started when I was teaching at Fremont High School, and that was like in 2008 or something like that, 2009. And then so, it's a random channel and there's nothing on it. But yeah, I remember when I turned 40, that's when I started living. So the last 10 years, even though I'm not a big guy on reflecting on stuff, what's going on, Vince? Yes, here I am. You have me for an hour. So this one I'm kind of reflecting on the whole thing, on this whole decade thing, right? And then so when I turned 40, yeah, I was a guy, still living with my mom and dad, no shame. I mean, okay, there is shame to it, right? But it's like it was weird because we lived in a place where it was like a two-story apartment, and the next door was Stewart's family, and so it was like just two families living in like two apartments. And then so they were gonna move to Guatemala, Guadalajara. Gosh, which one was it? I forgot. But people were moving. And then so that's when I went, okay, that's when I was forced to just go find a place. So what happens? I find this place right here, right? And then so I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been living here since 2010, right? And then so I had that whole 40th birthday year celebration where I wrote like 40 different things I wanted to do, and then like I had a whole year to do it. And then people they came around and then we did it, and it was pretty fun. And then so I took belly dance class. I started getting in the belly dance world, and then I'm still teaching. I made that transition from teaching high school to teaching elementary school, right? And it was great. And I learned a lot of stuff doing that. And then I was still teaching in LA. And then during that time, I worked there for a couple of years, and then I moved to East LA. And then that's where a lot of things happened too, right? I mean, my dad started getting sick around, gosh, I guess it was when around the turn of the decade. And then so I'm trying to do all these different things, and then started the whole YouTube channel, so my dad could watch my videos. And now, my mom watches my videos, and all of a sudden I have like a ton of videos, right? So I'm really thankful for all that stuff, and then for you to join me on New Year's Eve. Yes. I wish I had videos of when I was younger. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't, but I remember there are times where we used to like really, really party, right? I mean, I'm past those days. I mean, I'm not really big into like the whole drinking and stuff anymore, because some of you guys that follow my stuff, yes, I got that DUI dismissed, the one that I got in 2012. And it was haunting me. It's like, when I go for like jobs and stuff, it's like, oh, you got an arrest record or something. And so I finally got it cleared. And then so, but ever since then, I don't really go out, and I'm not a big fan on people like drinking and driving and stuff. So do I want to go out and subject myself to that on tonight? No, I don't. So I don't. I mean, I do go out enough where it's like I don't have to worry about some special night, New Year's Day or whatever, New Year's Eve, because every day's special to me. Every day is, right. So that's the one thing I try to preach. The whole thing on, every day is a day to start again. So it's Happy New Day, right? But I thought if I was like a restaurant owner, instead of just having a just New Year's Eve party, I would have like a semi-annual New Year's Eve party, like July 1st, right? People are in summer, and so on June 30th, you guys go and like happy semi New Year's, right? And it gives people a chance to do that whole start over thing. Oh, I'm going to start my diet in the second half New Year's. Happy semi-annual day, right? And then people start making, if you think about it, every day is like a brand. It's like some people celebrate a holiday. I didn't know December 26th was Boxing Day, right? That's my sister's birthday. I'd rather celebrate my sister's birthday. Happy birthday. And if you're watching, I don't think you're watching. It's like 2 o'clock, but or 1 o'clock over there. So yes, the whole thing about the whole decade and past, lot of things happened to me. And then so now's the time where, like, if you wanted to hear any of my stories, just type out a question, whatever. I'll tell you about it. I'm pretty honest about this stuff, and if I'll reveal most of my stories. But if I'm going to tell you about my DUI, or if I'll tell you about like just bad things that happen, yeah, I totally will. It's no big deal. Someone's going to learn from it. You want to hear one of my silly stories? Awesome, great. But I know that each story changed me and turned me into the guy that I am today. So, people always wonder, oh yeah, how can we be so extravagant and, all this, whatever. Um, no, okay, so yeah, JOT, what's going on? Is that? No way. Is that who I think it is? Oh, well, JOT. Yeah, my year was awesome. So no matter how good or bad things happen during the year, the whole thing concept of Happy New Day, right? So I always think that the next day is always going to be better, and that's what gets me going in life. So thing is, there's not really a good year or bad year, right? Okay, my worst year ever was 2015 when my dad passed away. Okay, that's the absolute worst. Okay, but what happened is ever since then, it's like I grew up tremendously. And then so if you wonder why I wear sunglasses all the time, these are my dad's glasses. So my dad, I always feel like it's symbolic that my dad's seeing all the stuff that I do. So all the different things that I do for whole like, YouTubing or teaching school, getting new jobs, all this stuff, I feel like my dad's always there with me, right? And then so being able to take care of my mom, it's great. So actually 2019 was an amazing year. I mean, yeah, I lost my job. So teaching all this time, I was teaching in a new school district, and then so it was a great job. It was a great job. I finally got to teach Korean kids all this stuff, and I love my experiences from there. But thing is, I was one of the new teachers, right? So thanks a lot, buddy. So what happened was they lost a lot of enrollment. So I was one of the new teachers, and eventually I'd have to go. So my last paycheck was May 30th, right? And then so I'm getting paid zero. I'm in this apartment. I'm thinking, holy crap, how am I gonna, So I figure, okay, I'll get a job eventually. Okay. So the thing is, for people that know me, they know I really love my parents. Know I really love my dad, my mom, right? So my mom, it's like I told her that because my mom was distraught when my dad passed away. It was like a couple days before their 55th anniversary, right? So my mom lost it and stuff, and I told her, look, you know, uh, Dad couldn't take care of you anymore. I mean, he had to go. But the thing is, a part of Dad lives in all of us. So right now it's our turn to take care of you, Mom. I got you, right? And it made her feel good that like I'm gonna look after my mom. So thing is, I always knew deep inside, it's like, if I could, one day I'll buy a house, have my mom live with me and take care of her and like, make her happy for the rest of her life, right? So in June, I'm jobless, making zero, thinking, holy crap, what am I going to do? I can't retire from LA until like I'm 55, right? And then so I'm like, oh man. It's like I'm looking for jobs everywhere. I couldn't find one because I was a highly paid teacher. It's like when you transfer in, there's something about years that they take. So everywhere I went, this is my 18th year, and then most of the districts would only transfer in like 7 years, 10 years. So I'd take a huge pay cut. And thing is, living in LA, oh, the reason why is because in that district, there weren't a lot of kids enrolling because it was in a rich neighborhood. So there weren't a lot of younger people. A lot of older people were living there. Not a lot of new people were coming in. And then so there was no babies. So if you don't have kids that are in that neighborhood, then it's like the school enrollment will just dwindle naturally. But if you're like in LA or some population where like there's always going to have a lot of kids and stuff, yeah, great. But the housing over there was ridiculous. It's like, $800,000 houses and stuff. So not too many younger people are moving in there. So they said that they were doing cuts where it's like a lot of the assistant principals were going to be training teachers. A lot of the teachers would be losing their jobs. And the thing is, I could have possibly worked one more year, right? Yeah, basically. But thing is, they said, yeah, you're doing a great job, but if you should probably look for something else. So I got that job offer from one of the LA schools, and it was great. It was a perfect situation. It's like I knew a lot of people over there, a lot of my old students, everything, right? I'm like, great, got a job. So I resigned from the other one. So it's like if I ever wanted to return over there, I could. And I was going out on my terms, basically. So then, basically, yeah, the principal said, "Oh yeah, we want you. This everything. Oh, we want you. Great." I go apply, and then LA, they denied me. They're like, "No, sorry." I go, "Holy crap! What's up, Jared?" It's a small world, right? So the thing is, I'm sitting there going like, I can't believe I can't. Oh, hold on a sec. Time out. Time out. Time out. What happened is my friend wants to find out how to. All right. Sorry about that. So what happened was, yeah, in the reason I left L.A. abruptly. I quit like 2 days before school started. Then I worked in the other district, and then yeah, I figured I'm not gonna go back to L.A. Forget it, right? So, but now all of a sudden I gotta find another job in L.A. Right? So, so what happened was they denied me. Basically, they're saying "f you" for quitting 2 days before school started. Okay, no harm, no foul. I get it. Now, Vince, now it's probably almost near impossible to return to Buena Park if I could. Okay. Because it's like, yeah, they downsize over there. One of the elementary schools is actually turning into a junior high. I'm like, oh my gosh, that means all those elementary school teachers, they got to find a job somewhere else. It's like it's that's pretty rough, you know. But anyway, so in that's the whole that summer, right? So I'm sitting there thinking like, oh man, I was getting interviews. I was totally kicking butt too. It's like I was master of the interviewers, right? The thing is, they weren't hiring me, because they could hire someone that was just starting off. They could do the same job supposedly for like $45,000 or basically like half price of what I am. So I'm like, oh, totally sucked. So what's going on? I wasn't stressing. Most of you guys that watch my channel knew that I don't really stress too much. I mean, but I guess I did because I started gaining all the weight that I lost, and it's like I'm trying. I'm I'm I just didn't know what I was doing. So now, before, with the salary that you get in LA Orange County, I'm thinking like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna stay in my apartment, struggle with my bills, and then when I retire at 55, I'll get like 60% of my salary for life, and then I could buy a house in Mexico and live forever, right? Hold on, what is it? Okay, so that was a deal. But thing is, it's like, I was telling my mom, yeah, if there's only something I could have do, but I couldn't. Because it's like, yeah, this apartment, my mom wouldn't want to live here, She's like, oh man, yeah. I mean, it's not like my mom's like really uppity or anything, but it's like, yeah, my place, there's like power lines and all this stuff, and it's just not too good. But for me, just by myself, it's fine. So, anyways, I'm going close to end of July. School starts in August. I'm going, holy crap, I don't have a job. So I've realized that, you know what? Instead of being an overqualified teacher, why don't I just get my why don't I get my use my admin degree and become a bottom rung administrator, like assistant principal. It's like, wait, yeah, I could do that. I could be a lowly paid administrator instead of a high priced teacher. So I'm thinking, okay, so I'm lining up all the different things on EdJoin. I'm like, oh, okay, there's like 15 I was going to go for. But I go, you know what? I'm just do just one last minute thing, like one last run. And then one of the ones was from my, where I'm working now, pretty far. It's Victorville. I'm like, what's there? All I know, it's like a bunch of desert area, and like, it's gonna look, like far. I'm looking on the map, it's like an hour and a half away. But anyways, 3 in the morning, I do it. Because what happened is, when I got the job, I did get a job in Northern California in a place called Antioch or Concord, Diablo Valley, district. But thing is, if I was willing to move all the way up there, then driving an hour and a half away from where I live right now is no big deal. So I applied at 3 in the morning, and in the morning I slept in. I got a missed phone call it back, and then the lady from the Victor Valley, she said, "Hey, why don't you want to interview?" I'm like, "Oh, but you're so far." And she calls back and she says, "Well, you're the one that applied to us." I'm like, okay, I like this girl. Okay, when do you want to interview? How about Monday? It's like, well, why not today? She's like, "You'd come today?" "Sure. I'll be there." "I don't know. What time can you be there?" I said, "I don't know, 1:30." "Perfect." So I got my suit and I started driving, right? And then Gus calls me. So you guys should know him from my baseball videos, but he was one of my assistant principals in the past. And he's one of my references too, and he wasn't doing anything. His family was away. I go, "Hey, you want to go to Victorville with me? I'm going for an interview." He's like, "Ah, okay, fine." So I pick him up, and he's driving with me to Victorville, and we're doing the whole strategy, thinking like, "Gosh, this is pretty far, but this traffic's not too bad." He's like, "Oh yeah." Gus knows freaking so much stuff, but he's like saying, "Yeah, there's a place, Cracker Barrel over there. We got to eat there." Okay, fine, whatever, right? And so we drive over there, and then we got there in like less than an hour and a half. It's like, oh, it's not too bad. I interview you there, and then the two guys that interviewed me, it was so comfortable. When we're talking, they're laughing at my jokes, and then I'm just talking about the stuff, and then what I could do in the program. And it's funny because I guess a lot of people have trouble teaching over there. Hey, what's going on, Ra? And then the thing is, it's like, teaching LA, it's like nothing, right? So they're asking like what I do, discipline and all this stuff, whatever. And then, but it was a really good interview. And then so I at the end they said, okay, you know what? If we like you, then you'll get a call from us and you can come back and then, do fingerprints and all that stuff. I go, look, I drove an hour and a half over here, and I'm pretty serious. So thing is, I'd hope that we'd be able to expedite the situation. So the guy who is my reference is in the car right now in 110-degree weather, right? We're going to go to Cracker Barrel. So if you really want me to come to your school, I would hope that you talk to whoever it is, and then by the time I'm done with lunch, I'll come back and I'll sign my paper. I would sign today, right? I felt weird that I was actually talking like that, but hey, I mean, so they're like, no, 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 it doesn't work like that, Mr. Shin, and stuff like that. Well, okay, fine, whatever. So then, I go back, and me and Gus were eating at Cracker Barrel. I love that place, by the way. And then so while we're eating, he gets a call. Someone, he says, "Oh, I gotta take this." He goes outside for like 15 minutes, and then he comes back in. He goes, "Yeah, they're gonna call you." I'm like, "Yes." So while we're eating, I got a call from the lady. She's like, "Hey, okay, we decided, do you want the job?" I'm like, "Sure." I'm gonna have to, right? And then she's, "Oh, it only offers, this much, right?" Okay, it's public record. If I work for 18 years and you look it up, yeah, okay, it's $110,000. So I was like, okay, awesome, I'll do it. So I go, "When do we start?" They're on Monday. I'm going, crap. So the thing is, I had to start driving an hour and a half. Like Friday, I got the job, start on Monday. I don't know if I could do it, but thank God I did the whole, like, the lifestyle reset, going to the gym every day. So I knew that I could be stubborn enough that I'd do it. So if I could do that, I could drive an hour and a half every day to work. Only problem is I have to drive an hour and a half back. So I was like, oh. But anyways, school starts. I'm having a great time. Principal, amazing. The music guy, it's like my brother, right? And then so, the other guy, he's like the dean. He's like amazing. I mean, everybody I go that's perfect, right? And the thing is, it's like, okay, Victorville's a really huge area, but thing is, it turns out that my school is like in the nicest part of Victorville. And then so I'm thankful for that, right? And I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad at all. People are talking about whatever, but I kind of like this, right? So it's like, I'm getting paid pretty well, right? And it turns out that, like, okay, in LA, in LA, Orange County, they do have the after school programs, all this stuff, right? But then people always want to get the extra hours and stuff and do it. So you have to be like one of the favorites to actually get these things. Otherwise, they're not going to do it. But over there, nobody wants to do it. And I'm like, I'll do it. Because the lady asked me for after school. She said, "Hey, do you want to teach music after school?" I'm like, "No." They're like, "Well, it pays 60% of your salary. You're here for 2 hours." I go, "Really? How many? How many days?" "I don't know, 2 days a week." It's like, look, if we could do it 5 days a week, I'll do it. So basically, yeah, I get 60% of my salary for 10 hours a week. So I'm like, okay. So I leave home at 6. So, I leave in the morning at 5:30, and then I come back about like 8. I'm dying. I'm dying. Right? And then so also it's like they need me to teach an extra elective because it's like there's just too many kids now in that school. So now that one they'll give you like 1/6 of your salary or something. But anyway, so yes, if you do the math roughly in your head, it's I could afford a house now. So now I'm going from making zero to this, and remember, I'm not saying all the stuff to brag and stuff. It's just, you look it up. You look it up online. You can find the stuff, and then so all the people are giving me crap about it. But now I could actually buy the house for my mom, right? So that's why I was thinking about Diamond Bar, because Diamond Bar is 1 hour, zero traffic both ways. It doesn't matter if you're rush hour or whatever. It's always going to be an hour. And I figure, you know what? I want to get a nice place so my mom will be able to, still be close to her friends in Orange County, and then my brother and stuff. And then I could just drive all that stuff. That's what I'll be Monday through Friday. But luckily, I was having difficulties finding a place where I'd kind of like, because the yes, it is huge Asian in Diamond Bar. But thing is, the houses, I'm looking at the ones that are like, 600. But thing is, they look pretty old and like, 1-story houses and stuff. But you go to 650 to 700. I mean, super huge difference. And then even the 700 ones, a lot of them had like those power lines and stuff. And, I went with Harold to look at some of these ones. I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't that good. So you have to look at the ones that are 750. So I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, can I swing this, right? And then so I'm thinking like, oh wow, if I do this, I'm gonna be really high mortgage. I'll still have a lot of gas bill, like to drive, and then yeah, I want my mom to enjoy the rest of her life, all that stuff, right? Hey, what's going on, Kelly? Kelly Arellano, ¿cómo estás? So so unless I found the perfect house, I wasn't gonna get it. But okay, so it all changed when I hit my first deal of like Thanksgiving, right? Okay, before Thanksgiving, I would work my whole day. And then as soon as I go on the freeway and it's dark and I look at the clock, realize I have to drive for an hour and a half. One day I almost cried. I mean, if I was a girl, I'd have totally cried, right? But I didn't. I'm thinking, gosh, this sucks, right? So then that's when I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going to have to buy some place in, you know, Victorville, get some nice 4-bedroom house for like $250,000 and pay it off in a couple of years, stuff like that, right? But the thing that screwed me up, there's this thing called Victor Valley News Group. And then so you go on it, and all they do is just post all the negative stuff that happens over there. So I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to live in one of those $250,000 houses there, because it's like that they're just painting it like this really gnarly thing. I don't know how much true it is, but thing is, it's like, yeah, I'm a foreigner. I don't know how it is. I don't want to die, right? So, but I realize living that close to school would be amazing, right? I could wake up like at 8 instead of 5 or 4, and then go home, whatever, right? But then what am I going to do at night? Go hang out with the chicks at Cracker Barrel. So, but I don't know what's going to happen, right? But I figure, okay, it'd be good, because I figure I need a place to stay there, because if I'm going to work there for 10 to 15 years, yeah, I need a place to stay. And then so what happened was the snow started coming in, and that's when I realized, okay, if I lived in Diamond Bar and it snows one day, I'm not getting to school. So yeah, I'm gonna have to probably go up there and see. And then so what happened was my mom runs into one of her old friends, and she lives in a city called Oak Hill. So Oak Hill is up the hill, pretty nice area, but it's still 30 minutes from where I live or where I work, because it's like all streets. It's a long story. And then so she's telling my mom, yeah, there's a big Korean community up there. There's like a Korean church. There's a a lot of retirees. They sell their houses in LA and Orange County, and they go move there. So there's a lot of older Koreans that are over 65 over there, like a big community. And I go, oh my gosh! And then so that's when my mom made the decision that she wants to go live with me up there. I'm like, yes, okay, cool. So I don't have to move to Diamond Bar anymore. I can move the house over there. But now, when I'm looking over there, you start looking at those houses, and then I'm pretty aware of house envy, right? Like when you buy a house, just say I bought a $250,000 house, right? And then for $50,000 more, you can live right over there, right? And then so I would for the rest of my whatever, I would be like, this sucks. So I'm starting to look up, and I realized that on the golf course you could buy a house for 250. I'm like, okay, but I look at it and I'm like, I know that if I live at this house, next door is like this like pretty nice one. So I'm just looking at stuff. I was like, 415. I was like, oh my gosh, it's pretty awesome. Maybe I'll cut it down to 375, 350, because it takes a certain type of person to actually move there. Because most people, you talk to the kids, talk to people, oh, I can't wait to move out of this area, da, 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 right? But I'm the opposite. I'm moving there. So I figure, buyer's market, whatever. But then I thought, okay, I love golf. And then, yeah, Gus comes over. He could golf with me. There's the handful of my friends that would golf with me if I did. But if I got a house on the lake, I think it'd be more enjoyable. So the thing is, I don't mean across the street from the lake where you have a backyard that's dirt. Looking at, every time you go outside your house, you look at that house, they have a lake for a backyard and you don't. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, tell Xavier I said what's up. Yes, I miss Buena Park, but I'm telling the story on how I'm going to move to Victorville right now. So I don't want to live in those houses and look across the street and go, oh, guys, I have a nicer house than you guys, but you guys have that backyard thing. No, F it. I said, I'm going to buy a house on the lake. So my backyard is going to be um, a dock, right? And then so thing is, these houses, okay, well, Kelly, you're gonna know, but in where I used to teach, these are like 800,000 million dollar houses, whatever, right? This new area looks like those houses, but they're only like 400,000, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, 450. But now you're doing the thing like, oh wow, if I paid 500, 550, 600, right? Um, yeah, it's like these. You have mansions, right? So now I'm thinking about that. It's like, okay, do I do this? Okay, are people going to visit me? Nobody visits me in Bellflower, right? Do you see people come over here? People didn't come over here since my birthday. I had all the belly dancers come over here. Yeah, it was great, right? But thing is, it's like living an hour and a half away, and then it has to be really, alluring. So I figure, okay, if I get a mansion and I buy a boat, I figure if I live on the boat, oh yeah, when I do it, I'm gonna do it. Go for the lake view. That would be awesome to wake up. Oh yes. So here's the deal. I'm gonna get a. Okay, I don't know how to water ski, but if I'm gonna be there for like 15 years, I'm gonna buy a boat. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'm gonna be one of those pontoon boats, but I'm thinking about getting one of those like tow boats. So you could drive along. It's a 200-acre lake, and people water ski on it. So fine, do as the Romans do, right? So nowadays I'm just looking up how much boats are. I don't know how to take care of a boat. I got to YouTube that stuff and figure it out, right? This is when I wish Xavier, Nathan were over there. They could clean my boat and we could go out for trips, right? Just bring the family. Let's go for it, right? So that's that. And then so I have to get my boat license. And then I don't know how much it's going to cost, but whatever, right? So that I could drive on the lake legally, right? And then so whoever comes, just put some life jackets on them, tow them out there, water ski. Oh wow, this is fun, right? But then when that gets tiring, there's fishing in the lake. So I could actually fish from my dock. Do I know how to fish? No. Maybe the card game. Do you have any fives? Go fish, right? So thing is, they fill up that lake with bass, and I know down the street there's another regional park where you can catch catfish, but whatever. I don't know how to cook catfish either, right? Look at YouTube videos or whatever. So I have the fishing, and then I have water skiing, and then I'll probably get the country club membership because I do like golfing, right? So the thing is, I go to this whole thing where it's like, yes, my mom's gonna be living in style. And thing is, if I buy a house that's over 500, 550,000 over there, I'm never selling that house. Because no one's going to go there and buy a 500, $550,000 house. I mean, I'll have to take a loss. Even in 10 years, who's going to buy the house over there? I mean, you have to find some baller retiree or some new teacher with an ego that's going to come and do the stuff like me, right? But since I'm going to be there for 15 years, I figure, okay, this is how I'm looking at it. If my real life now, you'll see the videos, of course, right? Is like I teach school that's like 2 blocks away from where I live, right? I don't care if the kids know where I live. I really don't. There's like 24-hour security over there, so whatever, right? 2 blocks away. I could drive my golf cart to school. Wouldn't that be nuts? I just pull up in like whatever, right? Or my electric car because Harold's going to put solar power on my house, right? And then so I won't have to worry about that. And then, after school or on the weekends, my activities are golf, water ski, fish. I mean, we save money to so like, people say, "Oh, you got to save money for your retirement, right?" All of a sudden I realized, holy crap, I'm buying my retirement home right there. Because after I retire, what do I want to do? Golf, boat, fish, take trips, right? Oh, and have a mansion, right? So it's like, okay, I think I'm stuck there for life. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what's happening on my thing. And then, so when you asked, was my 2019 pretty good? Yes, it was. And then, so now all the stuff where, God's really watching out for me. I feel my dad's watching out for me on this one too. That I'm taking care of my mom, and then so it feels like he's there, right? High speed train from Vegas. They're not going to do that, but it doesn't really matter. So I told my friends, hey, look, you guys come over. Why not? Big party at Machin's house. So it's going to feel like a resort, but without the gambling, right? And then so I don't know. I mean, the beauty about this whole thing is that like I could afford it now, right? Because all the stuff that I told you that I'm probably going to get is still going to be cheaper than a decent sized house in Diamond Bar, right? And then it's like for a house in Buena Park, I have a lot extra from there because I did the math. I'm gonna be able to pay off even if I bought this house. I could pay off my credit cards and my car and stuff probably within a year, right? And then so it's like it's really strange how it all worked out. But half of it was, I never was really discouraged. I always felt that something was going to happen, no matter how crappy my day was. The next day is going to always be a better one, right? Happy new day, right? I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, my, I'm not going to be there about, was it? Yeah, I'm going to wait for this. I'm going to, it's more of it's more of shoot. Yeah, just get things done, and then just like don't dwell on negative stuff. If I dwelled on negative stuff, then I would still be worried about trying to find a job, right? But things always work out. I'm not going to worry about what some kid says about me or some adult says about me or whatever, right? I mean, people are going to judge you like crazy. I mean, shoot, you guys see my basically my everyday life, my daily life on here for the past 5 years, right? I mean, specifically daily stuff for the last 723 days, right? But then you guys get to see what I do and what I go through. And then I don't think I go on here. I mean, aside from the time my dad passed away, I don't think you see me do any like videos where, oh, things suck and oh man, I mean, yeah, okay, maybe you're frustrated. I'm frustrated a little bit sometimes, but you know, life moves on, right? And then so now when I start that whole, plan that my friend Shannon's putting me on, right? That's I mean that's too. So it's like, yeah, I know it costs a lot for me. I mean, it costs $400, right? I mean, there's like smaller packages, bigger packages, but I picked the one that's $400. So I did is I bought 40 or 30 days of eating. It's like 6 meals a day, right? All packaged and everything, whatever. Okay, great. So I don't have to worry about meal prepping and stuff. I get it. I could have been meal prepping and I could have done whatever, but I think I'm too lazy right now. I need something to kickstart my habit of eating, so I'll know how big portions are portions. I really don't know, because like when yes, I am. What's up, LA Remix? Everybody subscribe to LA Remix. My Christmas uh, song live was because of him, that he made it so good. Anyways, yeah, portion control. I wanted to make a video like this because it's like, you go to like Costco and you get like the honey bunches of oats or whatever. It says, oh yeah, the bigger package, 60 bowls in this cereal thing, right? But I use this big bowl of cereal. I'm just going, shh. It's like, like you take like half a bag in the thing. It's like, there's not 60 bowls, right? No way. What's up, Eduardo? Yeah, shirts in the mail. I'll get it. I'll get it. But hey, I got a thing. Okay, LA Remix. Okay. He just posted. So LA Remix, he's the number one paparazzi in like Spanish media, Spanish like chisme stuff in LA, right? And then so he has like, like almost 50,000 subscribers or whatever. But what happened is he's doing a giveaway. He just said, subscribe. He's giving away AirPods Pro. So if you want some AirPod Pro, go check it out. By the way, what time? Okay, 15 minutes. 15 minutes till New Year's. Right? So, yes, I wish I was giving away something like that. But no, he's the baller. Me, I'm only making like $100. So, yeah, that's my New Year's story. That's my thing. Taking care of my mom. My mom's super happy, and then she's show every time I come over, she'll show me like these magazines. Oh, look at this thing, circle thing. Oh, we need this. I'm like, oh. She's concerned that like we weren't gonna have any furniture and stuff like that. And I go, hey mom, you know what? Doesn't matter. We're gonna get what we have right now. I have my bed and stuff, whatever. And she has her stuff. I go, but look, every month we're gonna buy something new. We'll buy refrigerator, washing machine, dishwasher, not dishwasher. I don't know, those things. So then eventually we're gonna piece by piece the house, and then it's gonna be a great feeling that we're gonna build a house together. And so my mom's super happy. I'm super happy. I can't wait to eat Korean food every day. It's gonna be nuts. But about this whole, the change of my eating habits and stuff, yes, all this stuff, gonzo. So, yes, today is the last time I'm gonna have New Year's Eve in this place, and it might be the last time you're gonna see this chin too. It's like I have to nail it off. I just wish I could just cut it. Go, take it off, pop. That's that. So, if you have any questions, I would like for you guys to ask something. Let me take a water break. Ugh. Yeah, I only have a couple more days of vacation, then I go back to school. So, so this whole Big Daddy Shin nickname, Vince, I gave myself the name. I'm not gonna lie. So when I started getting the whole belly dance thing, right? I'm taking for teams classes and stuff, and then all these people they had stage names, right? So Fatim's name really isn't Fatim. Or you have like, Nadira. It's not really Nadira. Natanya's not Natanya. Isa, Asia. That's not Cressida. All their names, that's not their names. But I figure, you know what? One day I'm going to have to get one. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be called Hamachi. So you sushi eaters, yes, yellowtail. I figure, if I'm going to be shaking my butt up there, I'm going to be called yellowtail. But what happened is one of my friends said, hey, I think it'd be a good MC. Why don't you MC my show? All right, awesome. So when I went, I didn't want to go, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just picturing like on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Steve, Shen, doesn't really sound too good, right? So I'm thinking like, okay, I'm in the dance world, I'm pretty cocky, I have a lot of girlfriends and stuff, whatever, friends who are girls. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Shin. They go, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Daddy Shin. Right? I always thought it was cool, Big Daddy Kane and stuff like that, whatever, right? So I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm going to do it. At first, totally sucked because I'm thinking like, oh man, I'm not a dad, right? I mean, I'm a father to a lot of kids, like students and stuff, but, what if I lose weight? I mean, what if, whatever, right? But the whole thing is, it's like, yeah, the Big Daddy Shin. Luckily, it rang, and it was pretty good, and it stuck. So whenever I would go to all these things, I go, oh yeah, who is it? So it was kind of awesome when you have like, hot chicks go, oh yeah, it's Big Daddy Shin, Big Daddy, Big Daddy. It's like, oh, okay, awesome. Now, the thing is, yeah, people give me crap. Oh, it sounds like a stripper name. So it's like, whatever, you know. People always be disgruntled. Oh yeah, he sounds like a pimp. It's like whatever, you know. It's like it takes a certain type of personality to pull it off, and thank goodness I have that personality. So I don't know. And then when my friend from Disney drew this picture, I was amazing because it looks just like me, right? I was like, wow, I got to make a shirt out of that. So when I made the shirt, I didn't think people would buy it. So what I did was yes, Vince, they say it. They say it a lot. And then when I got the shirts made, so I met a lot of famous dancers through Fatim. And then through Fatim, I met this famous dancer named Virginia. She was based in Miami. She has a show every year called Rockstar. And then, like, there are a lot of famous, like, 10 famous dancers usually come from all over the world. And then I emceed that show. And then I met people like, one of my favorites in the world is Mercedes from Budapest, Hungary, right? And then it's like, I'm sending all my stuff to like these, the dancers from all over the world. And then it was crazy that I'm just this regular dude, and then these chicks from all over the world are wearing my shirt, from Budapest, Hungary to China, Argentina, Peru, Brazil, you know, Japan, Korea, you know. I have a Russian person wearing it. So, oh shoot. Okay, 8 minutes. I have no idea. It's just someone pre honked. They're like honking, but whatever. Happy New Year. So that's how the whole Big Daddy Shin thing went, and then some people say, "Oh yeah, you're so cocky and stuff like this." You know, I am. I'm egocentric. There's no lie. I mean, I have a shirt, and then yeah, it's like my YouTube channel. Big Daddy Shin's about who? Me, yeah, I get it. Okay. But thing is, it's like it all started with me making videos so my dad would watch. And then now my mom watches. So it all took a life of its own, from the massage video that went viral to, me singing in Spanish, the Disneyland videos, or the Dodger videos, those things, right? And then so yeah, it's like the ones where when what these videos are for, they're for the people that, like, we would have probably been best friends in real life anyway, right? So I'm the guy that, like, people would have normally hung out with, right? Everybody always has friends like that. So it's like, you know, I don't know. That's the whole vibe that I hope I give out, and I'm happy. So, like, right now, there's only a few people watching, but the thing is, most people are probably hanging out, doing their thing in wherever party they are, right? But whether the channel grows or not, that it doesn't really matter to me. The people that are watching and listening, you guys are the most important ones to me anyway, right? Some people will just, like, you know subscribe just because they met you or whatever. Do they really watch it? No, no, no. But you guys are the ones that are, watching all my stuff and hearing what I have to say. That's why it's like I wasn't too worried about telling my story about, like, all the stuff, how much I make or where I'm gonna live and stuff. Because it's not like it's gonna be a whole viral thing where everyone's gonna go like, oh, look, clickbait, this is where Shin lives. No, there's only, like, less than 10 of you guys will probably know the story. And then no one's gonna really repeat this video and hear the stuff. I mean, my mom's gonna crap. She's gonna go, "How come you told everybody where we're moving to?" It's like, I just told the ones that care. You know, I mean, yes, I know that I am in jeopardy of, like, some psycho or some twisted fan trying to find me, but I don't think anyone's gonna go try to find me in Victorville. If you are like that and you try to find me out there and try to get me by surprise, I'm going to be very, very pissed off. At least, like, DJ, if you, I mean, I know who you are, or whatever, you could always just message me. Hey, what's up, man? Let's go meet for dinner. Fine, right? If I'm in Vegas, Vince, what's going on? Right? Perfect. Or, if I'm in, well, I can't say the Jersey fans because they're too young. But, it would be pretty interesting meeting some of these people from online. Is it my number one goal? No. It's kind of weird. I even think online dating's weird, right? But I am very close to even thinking about it. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes and we're going to go for it. It's not like it's going to be like some big celebration. It's just me right here. And I don't know. I remember seeing, growing up, you watch a Dick Clark thing, and then you're like, all right, it's gonna be midnight. Oh, look, live from New York, right? I didn't understand Eastern time until, like, I was 12. So until that time, I thought it was live from New York. Stupid, live from New York. It's Saturday night. They tricked me all those years. Now, internet, you could see all this stuff happen, like, before, right? And, I don't want to see, like, when it's like the whole, ruining the masked magician thing. When I remember when I was watching the news one time, they celebrated New Year's already in New York. I'm like, oh, yes. Oh, one day in Vegas probably. So I played that win slots. So when I go, I'm going to use my free rooms over Vegas. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have much money to gamble in Vegas anymore, right? Yeah, Vince, if you knew how to fish, you could teach me how to fish, then okay. I need to find someone who knows how to fry fish. I mean, like, catch a fish and, like, gut it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. That's so gross. But I eat sushi like crazy. So, will I eat sushi from that lake? No, there's no way. So we'll see. Beta hook, right? 11:57 on my Samsung phone, on the one where I fixed the crack on my screen. So I did it because I didn't want to buy a new phone. I just paid this phone off, right? It only took 2 years, and then I had a crack on it, so I had to pay $240 to fix this crap. Is either that. I mean, my phone's awesome phone. So with 2 more minutes left for the whole 2019, and as much as I am against celebrating New Year's and all the whole traditions. Yeah, Barry Manilow says it's the best. It's just another New Year's Eve, and people want to start over and all that stuff. I'm happy. I mean, yeah, I'm thankful. So I would rather have, instead of having the Happy New Day, I'd rather have every day be Thanksgiving, because I think we should be thankful for whatever our lives are, no matter what, if it's good or bad. I didn't watch the latest Star Wars, but that movie 1917 is probably one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. So, yes, we are on the verge of that. In outside, it sounds like the 4th of July. So that must mean that it is about that time where I say, Happy New Year. Yay! Yay! Woo! Okay. I'm the same guy as I was a couple seconds ago. Some of you guys are still the same person ever. Did we lose weight? No. Some of you guys are drinking a beer. There goes that resolution, right? I mean, it's like, yeah, the people that get excited about trying to like just be someone else. That's why people love this day that, you know, like hide your faults. Same thing with like Halloween with costume and stuff, whatever. No, I like Thanksgiving. I like being thankful for what you have, who you have in your family, what you've been through, your life experiences. And those are the things that turn you into who you are, right? I like Valentine's Day. I mean, you should have everyday Valentine's Day, because every day should be able to love, right? Even they say, I don't have anybody to love. No, you selfish person. You have your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, and stuff. You don't have to just love someone, who's probably going to screw you over anyway, right? Unless you're married to them, right? But, you know, most importantly, I think every day should be Mother's Day, Father's Day, right? I'll go over that in May. Oh, man. But who knows? But, everyday Boxing Day or whatever, I don't know. Those don't really appeal to me. But I know that pretty soon my video style will change immensely. So I will have a different camera setup. I will have a different location. I will have different content. Of course, I'll always have my lives like this, or like the sing-alongs, or just random videos. But big change. That's why I subscribe to LA Remix, because he's gonna help me go to the next level. Harold the Handyman, yes. When we get that solar power on my house, guess what? We're gonna film the whole thing. My weight loss stuff with Shannon Gleason, yes, you'll be able to see that stuff as well. I mean, there's a lot of things that we're gonna try to do, and I need to record some more songs singing. Not only in Spanish, but I need to do it in English. Maybe I'll be ambitious and do it in Korean. I hope those aren't guns outside. Oh, I can't wait. So when I move, I'll show you this whole neighborhood, right? If you watched my Christmas exercise video, you kind of got a gist of what my neighborhood looks like. But I'll show you, but I won't show you before then. And then but yeah, I hope. I don't know. What time is it? Yeah, that's that. And you know what? I'm not even going to go on Facebook or Instagram and wish everybody Happy New Year because you are the ones I want to wish Happy New Year. The ones who are with me. It's like we're hanging out together, right? If we had drinks, if you had a drink, I had a drink, yeah, we drink together, right? Here we go. Here's my New Year's drink. That's that. Right? Thanks, Vince. 2020s. So don't forget to, when you date your check for your rent, then like I have to do, it's going to be 20. So it's going to be exactly 10 years of checks that I wrote to this place. So, anyways, hopefully by Mother's Day, I'll have a house. It should be before then, but things are going to go well. And I thank all of you for being supporting of me, you know, doing this whole New Year's or watching, me go through the whole exercise thing or, just when I go through hardships or good times. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And, I feel like you guys are my friends. Am I that lonely dude talking to his phone and hopefully people like respond back? I don't know. Maybe, right? I mean, it's fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I'm not lying. And then so, I'm not doing it for the money or anything like that. Because you could imagine that if you only have a couple people watch, you don't make anything. You're doing it because you realize that there's somebody on the other side of the screen watching me back. You guys have the opportunity to talk to me right there too. But, I realize it's more than a show. It's me talking to you guys. So that's that. So I appreciate everything you guys do. But you guys should take advantage of these lives. Because when it's live, I talk back. Alright? So anyways, getting it going. Happy New Year, everybody. Most importantly, Happy New Day. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.